Hey, hey, what do you say? Friends, family, sailing enthusiasts, all of you, I'm sure. Captain Jack Sailing here. We're at anchor in this lovely little place called Costa State Park. We're in Pelican Bay, which we found very ironic that there was a pelican swimming around in here. I'm sure there's a reason it's called Pelican Bay. Whatever. Anyway, am I crooked a little bit? There we go. Let's straighten that out a bit. I had to smack my phone to put it on level. Alright, you guys. So, adventures in anchoring has been fun. First time I tried to set the anchor, nope. Just drug. So Doug came over with his dinghy, hopped on board. We set the anchor. Boom, thought it was done. Now, of course, it's easy to set the anchor and think you're ready when there isn't any real wind blowing at all. So we went over to Doug's and we had dinner and had a couple of drinks, suntowners, and heard the people blowing the conchs at sunset. Oh boy, that wind is just hammering on us right now. There's lots of wind right now, 15 or 16 miles an hour. Pretty good breeze. So this morning I get up after we got drunkenly dinghied back by Doug last night. Good times, Doug. Thank you so much. We went to bed and woke up this morning and it's just beautiful. I slept like a baby. I get up and I look, hey, we're way behind Doug now. Dropping down onto some brush and stuff that's kind of a little island here. I'm like, Sissy, yeah, we're dragging, so we're gonna try and reset this. Then the hilarity ensued. Sissy did an awesome job. She drove the boat, took right where I wanted it, dropped the anchor, back down on it, thought we were hooked. All of a sudden, just chunk, start backing up again. Jeez, come on. So then the wind picked up quite a bit. We had the motor run. Excuse the helicopter going over. We had to, the wind is really blowing. I hope it's not affecting the sound too much. Probably is, but I hope you guys can hear me. I'll check it before I wreck it and send it on YouTube. We finally got the hook set. We're backing, she's backing down on it, and I told her put it in neutral. She put it in neutral because we have a marriage saver, so we could just talk to each other like we're side by side. And the wind was pushing us down, and we had 100 feet of chain out, and the rope started slipping out, and I was trying to slow it down. Didn't burn my hands. I was smart. I didn't just let her burn me up. But I finally got it, and I pulled back up until the chain was back in. Yeah, it was a real adventure, and we were right in front of this really pretty blue power boat. Real expensive, pretty blue power boat. We're probably 150 feet off the bow of it. And I sat out here for about 2.5 hours, just making sure we weren't still dragging, because I didn't want to drag down on a boat that I can't afford. And there's no way I could afford that. These guys had a crane to put their dinghy up on the top of the fly bridge. So the dinghy was like 20 feet in the air. Man, I'm telling you, dollars and cents, man. Dollars and cents. Anyway, so now we're sitting pretty solid. You see a couple of the other sailboats that have been in here overnight are now leaving. Doug left because... Oh no, Doug is leaving now. Sweet. I'm probably gonna stand up and say goodbye to Doug. Man, that wind is crazy. I'll bring you with. Go up on the bow here and safe travels. Have a good trip. We will. We got 100 feet of chain out right now, so I think we're stuck pretty solid. It took a little bit, yeah. Yeah, yeah, we should be. You too. Have a great day. Beautiful day to be out on the water, that's for sure. Okay, so we're gonna shut this off. That boat right there is Doug's. That is a Catalina 30. So real similar to my boat, but a little smaller. Nice boat though. Really nice boat. This is older than mine too. Mine's a 95. His is a 90, but it's in great shape. Whoever owned that before him, and even him, it just takes excellent care of it. Excuse me. Why are you over there? Get over here. Come on. Let's not be a whack job. All right. So where was I? Oh yeah, anchoring. Good times. Absolutely the best times. Like I said, we got about 90 to 100 feet of chain out right now. We got our snubber on, so we've got some rope for bounce, and I think we're doing pretty good. Doug's leaving because he doesn't have any more refrigeration, I think, and he said there was a blow coming in. I looked on my app, my Windy app, and it looks like it's not much more than we're getting right now. So I'm gonna just kind of ride it out here. We got a good length of chain out there. We can, we got a functional motor, and so if we do start to drag bad, we can fire up the engine and motor forward. And yeah, it's really nice. The only problem is I can't really swim right now because we've got what's called red tide going on, which means there's an algae bloom in the water that's killing the fish, and it's just not healthy. There's just thousands of dead fish floating around, and dead sea snakes and dead eels and dead puffer fish and dead everything. So, not swimming. I did scrape about 60% of the boat yesterday, just laying in the dinghy, reaching over the edge and kind of scraping the water line. I got to get somewhere where the water's nice and I can go in with my swim fins and my snorkel and my suction cup that I got right underneath me here, and I can get some scraping done, clean this boat up, because I've been too cheap to pay someone to do it. I figured I can do that myself. I wasn't counting on being 6 months at the dock. I was counting on being maybe a month and a half, 2 months at the dock. So, but then I hate to say it, but I kind of got used to it, and it was like my security blanket, and that's why we didn't go out sailing as much as I should have. That's why we just didn't do the things we should have done. So now we get to learn on the fly, which is always a little bit more interesting, a little bit more exciting, and a lot harder. Anyway, we got that going for us, and like I said, right now though, we're at a beautiful anchorage. I can still see the damage of Hurricane Ian, but there's also a couple of boats out here that formerly had masts on them and they no longer do. So they're just basically being used as power boats now, I suppose, until they get insurance money back or until they can find the right mast for their boats, I think we're gonna sit here for a couple of weeks. No, not a couple of weeks, a couple of days. I look for a good weather window to head down towards Marathon, and then get down to Key West maybe. Stop at the southernmost point just so we can get a picture with that, because those of you who have me on Facebook know that I have a picture of me at the northernmost point. So guys gotta do both of those so that we can, kind of say we've got these little check marks there are still moments of extreme apprehension on whether I'm doing the right thing or whether we're gonna die. But I don't think we'll die. I mean, you gotta die sometime. I can't think of doing it anywhere nicer than here, but it's just it's a big deal for me to force myself through when I'm uncomfortable and just stick with it and get it done. My dinghy is not running right now. The motor, the carburetor, I think, is a little plugged up, so I might pull that motor off the back of the dinghy and hang it up on my motor mount here and tear into it and clean that carburetor out. Oh, someone's sailing through here. That's awesome. Let's see if I can get that on here, see if you guys can see it. Kill that. Okay, well, here we are back again. See that sail over there, people? Maybe you can't. Well, anyway, that's where I'm at. It's so beautiful here. It's so nice and warm. Sissy's downstairs reading right now. She's going to oh, just so you know, this one's gonna have a watermark in the corner from Filmora, because even though I bought Filmora, it still won't accept it when I log in. So it's just gonna have a watermark. I don't really care. I know I paid them. They know I paid them. Who knows? They're kind of crazy. So it's when I'm editing on the phone, it's not really any fun. I could dump them into my computer, but out at Anchor here, I don't know if I want to be running the computer off the inverter. Right now we're running the ice maker off the inverter, so we have ice. We are being extremely careful with our water, as we only have about 70 gallons of it, and I didn't get all the parts I need to make the water maker work, so therefore we're just kind of gonna, when we run out of water, we'll go back into a dock and get some water. If we have to pay for it, we have to pay for it. Not a huge deal. Well, you guys, I think I'm gonna end this video for now. I'll get it posted up on YouTube. I'll put the two together, and because I bumped the stop button again, trying to get that sailboat that's sailing out of here, and just wasn't that great. So like I said, we're in heaven. We're happy. It's a little warm, probably 82, 83 degrees, so you won't hear me complaining. I know you people up north in northern Minnesota will be going, I hate you, Jim. It's 80 degrees. But it's all good. So anyway, Captain Jack out. You guys have a great day.